Hello, buddy. I'm Brian.
I'm Brian.
And this is Brian versus Brian, episode 256. Weapons. A little bit misleading title, I would think, but then it's not.
Yeah, it is. I've heard people like it's a wrong title, and like they literally explain. Like Josh Brolin says what it is in the movie.
Yeah, I didn't know why it was called that from the trailers and stuff, and then watching it, I was like, yeah, I guess, okay. Yeah, sure. So, just came out, August 8th, 2025, 128 minutes, 38 million budget, box office 70 million. It's doing pretty good. It's got pretty good positive reviews so far. Directed by Zach Cregger. I'm not really familiar with him. He was in that comedy. He's a founding member of that Whitest Kids You Know or something.
Yeah, I never watched it, but I've heard of it.
Yeah, me either. I enjoyed this movie, and this guy, I guess, is doing the new Resident Evil movie. Mm-hmm. So I have a lot of hope for that. And he says, I love this quote, and that makes me more hopeful. He says, I have never seen a Resident Evil movie, but I am very familiar and have played the games obsessively.
Yeah.
So that's good. He doesn't have some weird Resident Evil movie thoughts. He's just played the games. We'll see what he does.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. I watched a full interview. There's a YouTube channel I follow that they talk about movies, and they had a pretty long interview with him, and he was talking about how the guy who plays James in this movie, James being the junkie, and we'll get to him. But he's the main character in the Resident Evil movie, and apparently he's I don't think he's a cop or anything. I think he's trying to get from point A to point B during a zombie umbrella outbreak. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Mm-hmm. He's not doing a plot from a game. It sounds like he's just doing a point A to point B movie. It just happens to be Resident Evil. So after this and Barbarian, which I don't know if you ever saw his first movie, Barbarian, but after these two, like I'm pretty hyped.
I think I did. I don't remember much about it, but I'm pretty sure I saw it. Vaguely remember liking it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes
it's a good setup.
It
was the Airbnb, they double book, and you think the guy's kind of creepy. He's going to do something to her. It goes on for a very long time, and then it turns out that like there's something in the basement. Justin Long's, involved. Yeah.
Yeah, he was in this, wasn't he?
Yeah, he had a short little cameo in this one. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we start off with that voiceover. That was pretty good. I don't remember what they said.
Something like, this is a true story that happened in my town. People died in very weird ways, but you won't hear about it from the cops or whatever. They try to cover it up. And
17 kids went missing from one classroom.
Yeah.
No one knows why. They all ran out of their house at 2:17 a.m. We know that because some were caught on camera.
Yeah, door cam footage.
Yeah. And then we kind of go to, I don't know exactly what our first scene is after that. Is it the school board meeting?
Yeah, it's the town hall. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, because the school shut down for 30 days or 2 months or something. Mm-hmm. And they're trying to figure it out. And finally they have to reopen so the rest of the kids can learn. And she's like, and they had a meeting before the school opened to make sure everything was fine. And we get the teacher of the class. I forget her last name, Mrs. whatever.
Oh, I thought it was Candy because the way she says it, but I think it's Gamby or Gandy. Because the narrator, the little girl narrator, when she was like, what's the character? Is it Juliet? No, Justine.
Justine Gandy.
It sounded like she said Candy. Like her last name is Candy, and then I think it's Gandy.
Yeah, Justine Gandy. She was the teacher, and like there was just one boy in her class that showed up. The rest were missing.
Yeah, which was omitted from the trailer. I was not expecting that was a reveal because in the trailer every kid is missing, but in this, when you get to the actual movie, no, there's one kid that didn't go missing.
Yeah, and they're all talking. And I think it's like the principal's up there, and I think we hear Josh Brolin. We want to talk to Gandy. Yeah, She's the only one that knows. How come it was her class? No other class? That's ridiculous. She knows something. And I think she goes up there to speak, and they kind of rip her a new one, and
Yeah, cut her off basically.
yeah, and then they kind of rush her as she's leaving the meeting, and they kind of protect her and get her in her car. And I guess she's getting threats and stuff and calls, and she thinks she's getting followed. She goes home.
Yeah, goes to the liquor store and gets
Yeah, gets her 2 bottles of vodka, and then thinks she's getting followed. Looks around, goes in her house, and then she's drinking away her sorrows and whatnot. And then someone knocks on her door, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
And she doesn't see anybody and yells, "Who is it?" And then there's a really violent knock. And she comes outside with her little pepper spray.
Yeah, little
Come on, I dare ya! And someone wrote "witch," right? Witch on her car.
Witch, yeah.
Which I don't get that. I mean, later that pertains to the movie, but I don't know why anyone would write it on her car.
Yeah, yeah.
She's a witch!
Yeah.
Like, what? Like, wouldn't you just write bitch or
bitch
something
or,
like
yeah,
liar? Or like,
yeah.
something like that. Witch. Just jump to witch real quick.
Yeah, I thought that was a little jarring too. I'm like, okay. I mean, yeah, it does kind of foreshadowing, but you don't really think that in the moment. You're like, okay.
No. And then I think at that point we do, like, it flashes her name on the screen, right? As we're telling her tale.
Yeah, when does her name flash? Fuck, I don't remember. It could have been during the town meeting, but I don't remember. Yeah, it's somewhere in that, and somewhere in this mix of scenes.
Yeah, so it goes through her story, which consists of her showing up to work that day, and all the kids being gone, and one kid left, and they question her, like the FBI and the police, and they question the kid, and really can't find anything. Have no leads of any that are substantial at all, and we're kind of moving forward to that meeting, and then she gets her car witched, and she sees this. We don't know at the time, this guy. She waves at him. He's a cop.
Yeah,
and that is Paul
yeah.
Morgan. Yeah, Officer Morgan, and then what? He meets her at a bar.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah,
and,
she gets let go. There's a small scene where she gets let go, or like on leave or paid leave or something from the school because they want, like, obviously tensions are high after that town hall meeting. So the principal's like, take some time off, and we'll come back once things settle down. So yeah, she reports the vandalism of her car because there's another cop filling out a report or something. He's like scribbling down. And, yeah, sees the other cop Paul from a distance, waves at him, and then I think we just smash cut to her in the bar waiting for him.
Yeah, and he comes and talks to her, and you get the feeling that they have dated each other.
Yeah.
There's some history there, and he's obviously with somebody new because she asks about that, and he says, "Oh well, we're not doing that right now," implying that they're not together at this second, which I don't know. I think it was not true, I guess.
Not true,
we'll see. Yeah. And she's like, "Come on, have a drink." He's like, and then there's that awkward part. "Hey, my friend," she keeps trying to get the bartender.
Yeah.
And finally he's like, "I'll take a Coke." And she's like, "A Coke?" He's like,
"Really?"
Yeah. He's like, "Yeah, I can't stay long." And she's like, "Come on, have a real drink with me." And he's like, "No." And then, I don't know. I think we jump cut to them in bed later, like waking up.
Yeah, she's playing. I don't know what song it was, but it was kind of a silly, poppy wake up
yeah.
song.
And he's like, "Oh, you haven't changed at all." And then he has to go. I think there's some talk about him being so hungover.
Yeah, she's like dropping him off at his car because he left it at the bar. Yeah, and she's like berating him on the way there about, like, how's the investigation? What's happening? Why haven't you found the fucking kids yet? And he's just like, Dude, I feel like shit.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a detective. You know that,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, and then I think that's all we get from her little story right then, right?
Yeah, there's. I think by the time her story is kind of sort of wrapping up, is she wants to talk to Alex, who is the solo kid who
Yeah.
didn't leave, and so she thinks something. She just wants to talk to him because like
Oh, yeah, yeah.
he's just the last one there, and it sounds like later in the movie they had a little bit of a bond. But the principal, her boss, tells her to just fucking stay away. That's unprofessional. You can't do that. And he does. She does try to talk to him on the way home from school, and he basically blows her off, says like, "Leave me alone, don't talk to me," and runs away. So now she's
Hmm.
like super suspicious, and then I think her story ends with her kind of on a stakeout at the kids. Oh no, she walks to the house because he runs away. Leave me alone, and he goes into the house. She walks up to
Hmm.
the house, rings the doorbell, no one answers. Notices there's fucking newspaper all over the window. She's like, "What the hell?" So then she kind of sneaks around back, takes a peek through the window, and notices that the kid's parents are sitting in the dark on the couch, not moving. And she's like, "That's fucking suspicious. It's a little
Hmm.
weird."
And she gets all scared and backs up,
Yeah. Oh
fucking
shit. Yeah.
runs into
Jump scare. Yeah.
knocks over a metal trash can, and
Yeah.
yeah, all the noise. And then she
Looks.
calls
Yeah.
the
Looks like.
principal
Yeah. Yeah.
and tells him about it. And he's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
You went to you knocked on their door?" She's like, "Yeah, they didn't answer. So I looked in the back window. You looked in their windows?"
Yeah.
And he's like telling them, they're just sitting. It's very strange. He's like, it does sound a little strange, but I'm gonna do you the courtesy of forgetting that this phone call ever happened,
Yeah.
because he's very good to her. I was trying to protect her from herself, and she's like, "No, well, you can't do that because you are in charge and you have to report any possible abuse. And this is a very weird situation." He's like, "Are you kidding me? You really
Yeah.
you want to go down that road?"
Like the kid's been through enough. He's been investigated. They've gone through his house. Like, just leave this family alone. Kind of deal.
And I think that's where we end with hers.
Yeah, the stakeout. Yeah, yeah. Well, no, she has the stakeout. She's like drinking a big gulps, pulls a bunch of vodka in it,
Oh,
and then she's just kind of waiting, and then she falls asleep,
yeah.
and then yeah,
And
I'll
then
let
the door
this is-
opens,
Yeah, this is
and kind of a creepy character comes out, and it's very shadow, and you can't. I thought it was the mom at
it's
the
the mom.
time.
Yeah, it's the mom. Yeah,
Is it the mom?
it's the
Okay.
mom. Yeah,
So creepy shadowed mom comes out and kind of walks towards the car. Yeah.
I don't even know what she's doing in that, but it's really, really off-putting.
And then comes and like looks in the window, and
Hmm.
this fucking our main character is sleeping, and then you hear the door open, like the back door. So she gets in behind her, and she's got some kind of, I couldn't tell what it was at first. It looked like a knife or scissors, it's something sharp.
Yeah,
And they don't show her in the back. You just got a tight shot of her sitting in the front seat, and you hear some rustling and bustling in the back, and some metal on metal kind of scissors or something. And then a hand kind of creepily comes up and cuts her hair off. And I think that's it. I don't even think
that's
we
the end. Yeah,
Yeah.
Cut away. Yep.
Yeah, so that was creepy. And then I think we jump to, is it the officer or is it the crackhead we get next?
It's actually
Or
Brolin.
Brolin.
It's
Is it
Brolin,
Brolin? Okay. As Archer, father of Matthew, one of the missing children.
He's so good in this
And then-
movie, man. I love Brolin.
Oh yeah,
He's awesome.
Brolin's good. And what happened to Brolin? He is like studying. He's got camera footage of his son leaving the house and is doing a very strange, like Avatar Airbender run,
Yeah.
or whatever that show is, where you,
the Naruto thing, yeah.
Naruto,
Naruto,
where you
yeah.
put your arms out and run all weird. But he notices that, and he notices that his son like kind of just does a direct straight line out of the house, and he kind of, I don't know, he's got like a map of the town, doing the old red marker.
Yeah.
Well, this is the trajectory.
Big ass floppy ruler. I appreciate. I don't know why, but I appreciate the long ass.
Wow, wow,
fucking
wow,
ruler.
wow. The wow, wow, wow.
Oh man.
Sounds like thunder. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, and then he goes up to uh, 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 one of the other missing kids' house and knocks on the door, right?
Yeah.
And the mom answers, and he's like, "Hey, sorry, I want to talk about your daughter. I was just wondering. I got camera footage of my son, and she's like, yeah, so did we. She's like, he's like, do you mind if I look at it? And she's like, no, I think
I don't
I'm
feel
not
comfortable. Yeah.
She's like, I'm not comfortable with
Yeah.
that. And he's like, no, that's fine, sure, okay. And then he just goes back to his car and waits until the dad pulls up.
Mhm.
And he's like, hey, man. He's like, hey. He's like, yeah, I think I can look at that camera footage. And he's like, sure.
Yeah.
And,
It's Justin
and then
Long,
it's got
too,
his pissed off wife like standing.
Yeah.
I already told him no.
So
Fucker came
good.
and asked you. It's like
Yeah.
going to dad when mom said no, you know?
Hmm.
And so he's looking at the footage. He's like, and Justin Long's like, this is very strange. I don't know what we're accomplishing here. And he's like, what? And then he notices that she ran the same exact way he did, his son, and she just kind of made a straight line too. So he goes from their house, draws another straight line with his floppy ruler, and they're intersecting the two lines in one spot.
Yeah, it took me a
And he
second
doesn't.
until we get back to the map. It took me a second to figure out what the fuck he's doing because he's like, "Oh, there, stop!" And he's like, "What?" And he goes, "One, two, three." He's like counting the cracks in the sidewalk, and he goes out the sidewalk, counts it, and then I think he flags the lawn, and he goes back and stands
He
next
gets
to
his
the
laser
laser
pointer
pointer.
out.
I was like, "What the fuck is he doing?" And then I see the map, like, "Oh, he's drawing the straight line."
Yeah. So he does that, and when did he meets up with uh, the teacher, Miss Gandy, while she's getting gas?
Yes. Yeah, and we also there's like a bunch of little scenes, but I don't know if they're like he goes to talk to the police chief and tries to get more information there. They don't really have much for him, and then we discover that he's the one that wrote "witch" on the car, and the one knocked on her door. But yeah, he's just driving along and he sees God. I keep forgetting. I want to say Julia, but it's not. It's Justine. He sees Justine at the gas station and rolls up on her and kind of approaches her, not in an aggressive way. I think he's just like, we need to talk.
Yeah, wasn't she like, you come around, you're threatening me? And he's like, who's threatening you?
Yeah.
I'm not threatening you. He's like, I just want to talk to you.
She's like, I get it. I'm the bad guy, whatever. She's trying to like shoo him off. And he's like, yeah, that's the truest thing you've said. I've heard you say all week.
Yeah, and then while they're talking right there, while she's pumping her gas, the principal
Yeah.
comes up looking like a maniac. Like his eyes are bulging and his face is covered in blood.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like running at them with the Naruto run.
Yeah.
And I forget the principal's name.
Oh, Marcus.
Marcus? Yeah, Marcus. She's like, Marcus? And then he like tackles her and starts choking her. And I love how much of a pussy they make Josh in this. Like, he's never a pussy in any movie. Like, he tries to get him off, grabs him from behind, and gets headbutted. Oh, he's incapacitated for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then she finally gets away under the car, and he's crawling under the car, and Josh goes over there and, like, kicks him in the chest or something, and he rolls over.
And then we cut away, which I was surprised. Like, we end in that, because that scene does extend, but not in that moment. I think we cut to our third character, which is kind of fun.
Yeah, and which one was next? I don't know. Crackhead?
I think it's Paul. I think it's the cop.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
Paul's
yeah.
story leads into the junkie, yeah.
Yeah, and then the story starts him, like, getting dressed for his work day in the police station.
Oh yeah, talking to his girlfriend.
Yeah.
That he's not with. Yeah.
Is that the girl from Yellowstone?
I don't know. She did look familiar, but I couldn't place her.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I
either.
couldn't place her.
And you realize that, like, yeah, he was lying because they're very much together. And
He's just not happy. That's basically what we get. Yeah.
yeah, something like that. Oh yeah, I don't know why, but like, I don't know if that's why he's unhappy. But she's like, well, I should be back on Thursday, and I'll be ovulating, so perfect time to try. He's like, great. She's like, I knew you would like that.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I love a schedule. Give me a schedule. Yeah, Yeah, then he goes out on a patrol and he sees the crackhead guy. Like, I couldn't tell what he was doing until later they go to the scene. I just thought he was like standing on something and not doing anything, but he was trying to open a window of this place. And then the cop, throws his lights on. He falls down, starts running. Cop starts chasing him in the car, winding through, and then finally gets to him. Has to get out of the car, chase him down. He's like, I didn't do anything, man. I worked there, man. I lost my keys. Yeah. And for a minute, I'm believing this guy. This guy's not even doing anything. Yeah, he's cool. He's innocent. And then he's searching him and stuff, and he's like, you don't have anything that'll stick me or hurt me. He's like, no, of course, I don't do drugs, man. And then he gets pricked by something in his pocket. Yeah.
I don't know why, dude. This movie has things that we'll talk about that are gory and fucked up, but for whatever reason, both times I saw this movie, the moment he sticks his finger in that pocket and gets nicked, I'm like, needles, man. Needles.
And then he's panicked. And he's like, and he just punches him in the side of the face while he's handcuffed and knocks him out. And then goes into the car. He's like, oh, no. Gets his first aid kit and like cleans his finger. He's like, fuck. And then he looks up and notices his dash cam and he's like, fuck. He just punched that guy. And so he unplugs it and he goes out there. He's like, okay, hey, wake up. Look, you fucked up. I fucked up.
Yeah,
okay?
I wronged you. You wronged me. Yes, we'll call it even. Yeah.
I think we're even. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to take these handcuffs off, and you're going to go. Okay? And we're not going to talk about this ever again. Mm-hmm. And I'm never going to see you here ever again. And if I do, we're going to go a different route.
Yeah.
And he's pretty okay with that. He's like, well, fuck, I'm a crackhead.
Cool.
I got punched, but fuck, he's letting me go. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
So he lets him go. And then he goes and talks to the chief or whoever that is, captain, I don't know, who we saw earlier, Brolin talking to, and we realize that guy is his girlfriend's dad, and they're talking privately in a room, and he's like, oh, you really fucked up, man. He's like, I tell you what, if this guy doesn't come and make a complaint, that footage is going to sit on a server, and then in about 30 days, it will be recorded over. So you better hope that guy does not show up in 30 days, or you're going to be in some hot water over this. And that's pretty much how that conversation went. And then do we get anything else before he sees the crackhead again?
Yeah, the chief's like, get your finger looked at, and we now see, I guess we forgot to mention, when we see him in the bar, he has this huge kind of thing on his finger. She's like, what happened? Oh, it's a work incident, and we didn't really know what. So now we see him with the finger band. But he goes home, his wife's there, or girlfriend's there, and so that basically confessed that he...
Oh yeah, he came home after the one night stand. So he's coming home at like 6 or 7 a.m.
Yeah.
Right? And she's in the house, and he, hey honey, yells at him from upstairs, and he's like, fuck.
Yeah.
And she's like, he's a terrible liar too.
Yeah,
she's like, where have you been? And he says nothing. He's like,
not the best.
She's like, where have you been?
Yeah.
She's like, and then I don't know. She immediately assumes he was drinking because I guess he's in AA now and has been trying to be clean. But
then we get him back at the police station after he talked with his girlfriend, and he walks by the chief's office, and the chief's just talking to somebody, and the chief kind of looks at him almost like his girlfriend told his dad, and he's looking at him like, you fucking piece of shit. And then he leaves the police station, sees the junkie coming around the corner towards the police station, and he gives this fucking, what did I fucking tell you? And he just starts like, and then the fucking junkie just runs off, and there's a foot chase. And then I think way after that.
Yeah, and I think that's about it as far as his part. And then we jump to another name on the screen and tell their story. And I think that is now the crackhead.
Now it's not the crackhead, yes.
And then we go through his day. I don't quite remember the early stuff. He's like stealing a bunch of shit, right? Oh, yeah, trying to pawn shit.
Yeah.
Oh, he's like calling a family member. He's like, no, I just need money for the shoes. Because I got the job. I
Yeah,
have
it's a
to
nice
have
job.
the shoes or I can't start. No, it's a good job. It's gonna be great. And he's like checking car
Yeah,
doors as he's
yeah.
talking on the phone. And finally, one of them's open, and he's like, yes. There's like a children's iPad with like a pink, big rubber grip slash
Yeah, and like
protector, and some
headphones and
little purple headphones, and a like children's MP3 player. He takes him into the pawn shop. Oh, he's like standing outside the
I love
pawn
the
shop.
yeah. He's doing like some weird dance thing as he's
And then,
waiting.
and then they unlock the doors. Like, yeah, he goes in, and the guy's looking at it, and he's like, yeah, I don't think so. He's like, what do you mean you don't think so? He's like, I don't want it. He's like, what are you talking about? Look at this. Look at these things. And he's got the headphones. That's worth $50. And he's like, no. He's like, 20, 10, 5, please.
No.
Yeah, he doesn't take it. So then he's walking home. I don't remember
Yeah, I think
exactly.
I think he's just walking home. It's like raining, and he just happens to walk through the neighborhood and notices that there's a bunch of like newspapers on this driveway. There's like 10 of them. So in his mind, he's like, maybe someone's out of town. Let me snoop around. So and it's the house that the little boy lives in, Alex, the one that the teacher's trying to get a hold of. And so yeah, he kind of does the same thing that the teacher does, walks around back. I think he climbs up through what do you call it? It's like the wooden with all the leaves, all
The
that.
lattice things.
Yeah, climbs up that, gets into the house, and just starts kind of ransacking the place.
Yeah. What pissed me off this whole movie, it just irritated me that every time someone goes in that house, which happens quite a few times, they never turn the lights on.
Yeah, it's very dark.
They just meander through the house in complete darkness.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, bitch, flip a switch. How hard is it? Like, why are
Yeah.
you guys doing this? He's like looking for things to steal in complete darkness. Like, hey, I
Yeah.
don't know about this. Like he sees like a knockoff, one of those like Super Nintendo things that play like all sorts of cartridges. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah, cool. Yeah, those are like $50. Come on. And he's like, yeah, I'm taking that. Oh, he's looking at them. He's looking at the movie. He's like, oh yeah, yeah.
Willow, yeah. The
Yeah,
specific
Willow,
Willow.
nice. nice, Willow. Nice. and then he notices the mom and dad sitting on that couch right there in front of the TV, and he's like, "Oh fuck!" He's like, "I'm
Jesus.
sorry. I'll get out of here. I'm sorry. I didn't mean." And then they're not saying anything or moving, and he's like, "What the fuck?" He goes up to them and he's like, snapping in their face, and like, "Okay." And just was weirded out by it, and just continues.
Yeah, it just continues to like ransacking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the first things he did was grab the old fucking cliche pillowcase to case the
Yeah,
joint.
yeah.
He gets a pillowcase to carry all his goodies and trinkets. And I think the only thing he really ends up stealing, I don't even know if he grabbed those movies in that video game. I think he just ends up grabbing fucking silverware.
A lot of silverware, yeah.
Like, are you that good at knowing precious metals that you know this is going to be actual silverware? Because I would never be able to tell the difference. I'm like,
yeah.
that's just a fork. I'm not stealing that. But he's taking all their shit, and he's like the whole tray that holds and
just
separates them.
dumps it.
And then he's looking around the house. I don't know why did he go to the basement? Did he have a reason? Or was just
Not really. I think he does try multiple doors. I think one of them's locked, which we figure out why that door is locked more or less later on in the movie. But yeah, he tries a bunch of doors. Some of them unlocked, and he just happens to. He's like walking past the kitchen, notices there's a door there, opens it, and goes downstairs for one of the best holy shit moments of the movie. Probably the biggest oh shit moment of the movie.
turns on and once again the light only illuminates the first 4 steps of the fucking stairs. The lighting system in this house is fucked. You know, it's like, oh, thank God I could see the first half of the steps. It's like, what? And then he goes down like maybe 2 or 3, 4 steps, and it's one of those look under the ceiling to down the steps. And then it's a bunch of fucking kids.
Yeah.
All the kids standing there facing away from him like Blair Witch style, all spaced out. And he's like, what the fuck? Oh, my God. And then I think he like fucking stumbles or makes a noise.
Yeah.
Because he gets startled. And then they all turn around and look at me. Fuck no! Fuck this! And he fucking leaves.
Runs out.
Very scared. And then he's going. I don't know. We established he like lives in this tent in this wooded area, like a homeless kind of
encampment.
People hanging out the encampment. And he lives in a tent. And I think I don't remember the sequence, but he's like going home.
Yeah, I think we hard cut to him back at the pawn shop, and the pawn shop guy's weighing the silver or something, and he's just kind of like waiting. And he looks up at the behind the counter and sees the reward poster for the missing kids, and it's like 50 grand, I think. And he's like looking at it, and he sees the 50 grand. He's like, And then you get one of the best moments of the movie. He calls the fucking police station. It is so fucking funny.
No, but like, how do I get the $50,000? Because like, no, I know where they are. No, yeah, totally. They're there. I seen them. They're all. It's really fucking weird. They're sitting in a basement, standing there. So you guys gotta check that out because that's weird. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's all of them. I don't count them, but there's quite a few of them.
Oh my god!
But seriously, how do I get paid? Is that like a check? Could someone come deliver the cash? Because I have this thing about police stations. I don't like to be in them. I got a phobia. Yeah. So,
God, I was fucking dying, man. It was so funny.
It was great. And then
I think we just cut to him walking towards the station. And then now,
he's gonna go get his money and turn him in. And then he gets seen by the cop and has to run. And we got him running and to his tent, and he thinks he kind of got away. He's like kind of now just casually walking through the woods, but then he sees this creepy lady, almost a clown-looking lady.
Yeah, almost like Pennywise from It.
Yeah,
that's what it reminded me of.
And I thought we've seen her before in the movie, right? In the woman's dream.
Yeah, I think both, because Brolin and the teacher have dreams, and I think she shows up in both. She shows up on the ceiling for the teacher. And then she shows up as Brolin's son in Brolin's dream. So this is, I think, the third time. But the difference is those really happen quick. So it's almost like you blink, you miss it. This is actually, you kind of hold on this shot where she's like way off in the distance. But you're like, I think I've seen her before, but...
Yeah, and she's just like sitting in the grass or something.
She's just like...
waves to him, and he's like, fuck. Like, starts running. And I think like she gives chase. Or at least he thinks she does, and so he's running, and the stupidest shit, dude. Like runs to his tent and zips it up. I'm like, this is the worst place to be. Like, is it super vulnerable in a tent that only has one exit and one entrance, and it's protecting you from the outside world is a zipper. I was like, yeah, get in there, that'll be safe. So he gets in there, he's like, oh fuck, that wasn't real. I didn't see, that wasn't real. You're just tripping. That was not real. Okay, we're good. And then like a shadow comes up to the tent, and it's like, fuck.
Yeah, the zipper starts to slowly go. Yeah.
And then he grabs all his syringes like as a weapon. And then the person opens it up and he stabs, and it's the fucking cop. It's the cop. And he gets stabbed in the fucking cheek. And he says, "You fucking stabbed me!"
Fucking kidding me? Yeah.
He's like, "I'm sorry, I didn't know it was you. I swear." And then he's about to like just whoop his ass or something. He's gonna do something, and he's pleading with him. He's like, "No, I know where the kids are. You could be a hero, and I can get the money, or we could split the money." And tells him about where the kids are, and he's like, "You're full of shit, man." He's like, "No, I'll fucking take you to the house. It's pretty close. I swear, man. They're all there." And so he takes him in the back of the cop car, handcuffed, and he stops and gets out. And so the crackhead's left in the car, and then he goes up to the door. I don't remember if it opens as he comes up or if he knocks first.
Yeah, I don't remember if he
There's a lot of creepy door opening of this house. Like it'll just be, you don't see anybody, and it'll open and it's just darkness.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, he goes in there, and then I think the crackhead's like, fuck.
He's like, God damn it.
And then it gets dark, like hours have passed, and he's still in the car, and he's like, fuck, man, what the fuck? He's like, I knew this house was fucked up. And then the cop comes out, right? The cop comes out.
It marches right towards the car,
Marches to the car, opens the back door, and pulls him out and drags him into the house. And I think that's all we get from that part.
Yeah.
And then I don't remember.
I think it's Marcus. I think it's the principal after this.
Oh yeah, we go to the principal, and how he got the phone call from Justine, and he's at the store when he gets the phone call about her looking in the window, and he's with his like husband or something.
Yeah.
And his husband's like holding up
products. Yeah, it's pretty funny. All his products.
It's like, which Fruity Pebbles do you want?
Yeah.
And then it's like, the blue one. I like the blue one.
Yeah.
And you know this. I like the marshmallows. And that's pretty good. What happens? I
think Justine kind of does more or less talk him into like at least talk to the parents. So it's the least you could do. So I think after that, he has a meeting with the parents, in quotes.
Yeah, your 2 o'clock is here, and he's like, okay. And she just stands there, bring him in. She's like, oh, okay.
She's a little weird. Are you sure?
Yeah. This creepy fucking Golden Girls looking just super makeup, red wig, and hello!
Like almost like messy lipstick, like she's been making out. Like when you make out lipstick, it's kind of smeary. That's kind of what her lipstick looked like.
Gladys. Hello, I'm Gladys. I'm what was the kid's name? Gladys. Alex.
Yeah.
I'm Alex's aunt. Oh, okay, but really I need to speak to a parent if you're not the legal guardian. I just have to talk to one of them, and we'll just figure this out. I'm not too worried, but I have to do my due diligence. She's like, oh, well, that's going to be a problem. He's like, why? Oh, they're very sick. Oh, anything wrong? No, nothing terminal. Just, a little sick. Can't come outside. They need to stay indoors. And I'm taking care of little Alex. And what happens? She's like... He's like, well, if I don't talk to one of them, I'm going to have to talk to the authorities. She's like, oh, no.
Yeah,
don't
child
talk to the authorities.
CPS. I think he threatened CPS on her at one point.
Yeah, and at that point, what does she say? Like, I could get his dad to come in or something? I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember how that resolves.
How she puts that.
I do remember there's a quick shot of her looking down. And there's like a row of ribbons on one of his desks, and so she's like looking at them, but you don't really understand why. But yeah, I don't remember how that all kind of fizzles out.
Yeah, I think he's gonna give her like a day. She says, "Okay, I'm gonna get Dad somehow, phone call or something. I don't know." But she gives herself a little more time. And then I don't remember how.
I think we just cut back to the house with them.
She goes to their house
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and she knocks on the door. Then he answers the door. Marcus answers the door, and he's like,
I'm trying to remember what was on that platter. It was like 7 hot dogs. There was like bunch of random ass shit.
It was like 7 hot dogs, baby carrots, ranch, some pretzels, and like a little bit of chips. I was like, that is the weirdest fucking tray. I mean, it looks awesome.
Yeah.
But for 2 people, that's like 7 hot dogs.
Yeah, I love when his husband comes to the room. He's on the chair, all giddy, like, come on.
Yeah, and it's like a fat ass's charcuterie board. It's like a hot dogs, totally. But then it's got baby carrots and ranch. So that's such a weird choice.
They got these kind of like adorable, like matching. Was it Minnie Mouse and Mickey Mouse? They have like matching shirts they're wearing. Yeah.
So anyway, she knocks on the door, and he's like, "Oh, Gladys, hey, why are you at my home?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. She makes up some dumb shit, and she's like, "Oh, I missed my bus," and then I didn't even realize I was in the wrong area to even catch my bus, and then I'm here.
I'm so thirsty. I'm tired and thirsty. She seems pretty disheveled.
So tired and thirsty. May I bother? And then his husband comes over and like, "What's going on?" And he's like, "May I have a water?" And Marcus is like, "No, I don't think." He's like, "Yes, of course you can have a water. Come on in." And then she starts talking to them, and Marcus is like, "Oh, so a glass of water?" And she's like, "Bowl." He's like, "Bowl?" He's like, "Yes, it's one of my strange proclivities. I've stopped trying to justify it, so bowl." He's like, "Okay, a bowl of water." And he gets a very big bowl.
Yeah, like glass bowl. Yeah, bowl.
Big ass bowl. Like, how's she gonna drink out of it?
It's gonna be like a normal, like, you put your cereal in or something. Yeah, it was a big ass bowl.
It's the only bowls we have. We usually use trays here. Trays of dogs. Yeah, so he gets her a bowl of water. She sets it down and just in casual conversation starts cutting up things, the ribbons. And he's like, "Are those my ribbons for my office?" And she's like, "Yes, they are."
Yeah, I think she like pulls out a thorny stick and starts wrapping the ribbon around the stick. And he's like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like, is that my ribbon?"
Yeah, she's cutting some too that are like confetti in the water bowl too. And I think she stirs it with the stick. And then she cuts her fucking palm with this. "What are you doing? Why would you do that?" She's like, "Oh, darn it. Look at that." And drips it in the bowl and then kind of rubs the blood on the stick. And, oh yeah, the husband comes over. "Oh my God, let me get a Band-Aid. Let me look at that." And she's like, "Yes." And then what does she do? She like cuts a bit of his hair, right?
Yeah.
Cuts a bit of his hair. "Oh my God, what is she just cut my hair." And he's like freaking out about that. Like, what did she do?
I'm thinking she cut my hair.
And then, yeah, they're kind of freaking out. And she wraps the hair around the stick and then snaps it. And then instantly, Marcus starts freaking out. Well, he was freaking out before, like, as soon as the blood started, like, it took him over.
Yeah, I think
right?
she...
And then the
she
snap.
pulls out a bell, and she rings the bell.
Oh, yeah.
Snaps him, and then he's just kind of in this, stasis, and then...
Yeah.
Then she fucking snaps it, and then that's when he goes fucking haywire.
Snaps a stick and grabs his husband and starts attacking him. Gets him to the ground, choking him, and then starts smashing his head in with his forehead.
Yeah. Repeatedly.
We hear the wet smack, and his face is getting kind of fucked up from it, and then we kind of see vaguely the husband's face like caving in, and yeah,
fucking gnarly.
Yeah. It was pretty brutal. And then she has another, I don't know, stick.
I guess another stick. Pulls out another stick, wraps blonde hair around it.
Yeah, and then snaps it, and then he starts Naruto running out the door.
Yeah.
And it shows his like timeline of running
so
through the whole goddamn town.
Baseball field, fucking street. So good.
Track meet. He wins. Wait, who is that?
That's a Naked Gun parody right there.
And then then we all the stories are starting to connect now at the end.
Yeah.
So we see him showing up at the gas station, and then that scene gets played out longer, and she runs inside the like gas station / liquor store place, and the fucking guy working there. What's going on here?
So funny.
The guy's going through trying to attack her. "Get out of my stores!" He's like, "Help me!"
So good.
And then her dumbass finds a locked ass door with a big ass, fucking key lock on it. It's not opening, and she's just standing there, shaking it like it's finally gonna open if you're scared enough.
Yeah.
Like, run, bitch! That door is not working. And so he's running at her. He's about to get her, and then Brolin tackles him into the freezer, shatters it. I don't remember, how does Marcus get stopped?
Brolin bodies him, and Justine runs out, and that's when that comedic, "Get out of my store!" Like, fucking help me! And then she runs out, gets in her car.
Oh yeah.
And then
and he runs out and sees him chasing her with the fucking Naruto run, and he's putting shit together now. He's like, "What the fuck?"
And then Brolin gets up, kind of bandages his hand, and notices that Marcus is still chasing after down the street. So he gets in his truck and goes in pursuit. And then we see kind of a point of view of him driving, of Marcus in the distance, kind of running down the middle of the street. And then I
think he's gonna run him over.
Yeah,
is the feeling I get, like he's gonna go run this motherfucker over.
Yeah.
But before he can, somebody else hits him.
Yeah.
And fucking chick gets out of the car. Ah! His head's just fucking shattered on the roadway. Like it doesn't have a lot of violence and gore, but every time they show something, it's pretty fucking gory.
Yeah,
So
when
it's
it
like,
does happen, it's pretty gory.
I was like, damn, dude. Yeah.
Then we get kind of
After
like
that,
a hospital scene where Brolin and the teacher kind of have a little moment outside, and he's
oh
like,
yeah, because
"I've
he's
seen
getting
that
worked
room
on and
before."
comes out, and
Hmm.
she's waiting for him. Yeah,
She just wants to
and he's
thank
like, yeah,
him. Yeah.
yeah, I've seen the run before. That's the way all the kids ran that we have footage of. That's the way he was running. Like he was a locked on missile.
Like a
He was a
weapon.
weapon at that point. Nothing
Oh!
would stop him. Yeah, and then
I think he shows her the map. Like basically what he's figuring out of like my son went
yeah,
this
and then
way, his
she
neighbor.
look at this. It interjects. I don't know what this spot is or how relates yet. And she's like, "Oh my God, that's his house." And he's like, "What? Was it Justin?
Alex.
Alex? That's Alex's house." And she's like, "Oh my God."
And then we get our
And
last
then we finally get
scene.
Alex. Yeah. And Alex has got very nice parents. He's being first getting picked up from school. His dad's like, "Hey, pal, kiss any supermodels today?"
Dad's pretty nice. He's a good dad. I liked him, yeah.
No, Dad. Oh, well, shucks. Anyways, we got to go home. Mom's making mac and cheese. All
We
right.
got Aunt Gladys coming to visit. We haven't seen her. A little exposition.
Like 15 years or something,
Yeah.
they say. Even though that kid's not 15 and she says she's met him. So that's kind of strange.
Yeah.
But yeah, Aunt Gladys is coming. She's sick. She doesn't have anyone else to take care of her. Then we get a little bit of dialogue between the mom and the dad. He's like, we can't do this. And she's like, my mother would do this for her if she was alive. So I'm doing this for her. Okay? End of story. We're helping her. And then,
Let me ask you a question real quick, because I've seen this movie twice. Do you which kind of theory do you subscribe to? Do you think that this is literally this couple's aunt, or do you think that this woman is parading as? Because they say that they haven't really met her, they haven't been in her life. Do you think that she's just parading around as like the real aunt, but she's really not, or do you think that's actually their real aunt? Because it's hard for me to believe that this couple's aunt is really who she is. So I'm like, is it just a woman parading around? Is this like a identity theft kind of thing? But I don't know. The movie doesn't really tell you.
Well, I mean, for me, I feel like she is related in some way, but very far removed from them. I do believe she had some connection to the mom's mother.
Yeah, maybe she's just on the outskirts of the family.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because knowing everything I know about her character and what she can do, I feel like she wouldn't need to like fake that, right?
Oh,
Being
yeah,
someone's
that's a good
family.
point.
You
Yeah,
know what I
she
mean?
wouldn't
She could
need-
just
yeah.
fucking hypnotize you or do something weird.
That's true.
You know?
That's true. Yeah,
She doesn't need to do much of that.
totally.
And she shows up late at night, and I think Alex is looking down from his window and sees like the dad helping her unload stuff, and then we get some more dialogue of the dad being like, "Oh, she's worse than I thought. This isn't like a hospice house. We can't do this." And they're driving to school to drop him off or something, and Alex is like, "Well, how long is she gonna stay?" And he's like, "I don't know. I don't see it being longer than a month." Saying that she's gonna die in a month.
Yeah.
So don't worry about it, buddy. And then I think
He comes back out after school. Oh, I guess
Yeah.
I don't know if it's really important, but he's getting bullied by a specific kid, which that's kind of revealed later on who that kid is. But he classes out, and I guess it's established his dad drives him to and from school. And so he goes out, doesn't see his dad or the car, and so he's just kind of waiting and waiting. And then he ends up walking home, and yeah. So he walks home, comes home. Mom, Dad. It's a little dark. It's the dark fucking house that's throughout this movie. And he sees his parents sitting at the dinner table, facing each other, not really saying a whole lot. And he's like, "What
and
the
he's
fuck?"
spooked by it, and she's like, "Come in,
Yeah.
hello." And what did he do?
Hi, Alex. She's fun. I like her in this movie.
Yeah, and she's like, "Sit down. We're gonna have dinner." And I think I don't know. Anyways, he's perplexed by his parents. He's like, "Mom, Dad, what is going on?" And then he's like, just sit down, Alex. And then she does some fucking shit with the sticks again, or rings a bell, or I don't remember how she did it in this scene, but snaps something. But and then they both, like, I think dad first.
I think they both do
Anyways,
them simultaneously.
both of them, yeah, they both pick up the fork and start stabbing themselves in the face. And it's like, no, stop! He's trying to stop it. Yeah, that's pretty gory. And then she, I don't know, stops it, rings a bell or something, and they stop. And she's like, do you see now what can happen? Because she said, you have to promise no one can know I'm here staying with you. No one can know about your parents. If you tell anybody about it, I can make them do this to themselves. I can make them hurt each other. I can make them eat each other if I wanted to. And so that's kind of how he's made to be silent. And then, I don't know, we get some other shit where, I don't know, she gets pissed at him. I don't know if it's this day or another day, and makes him go to his room without supper. And then there's another instance where she's like, you need to go feed your parents. There's soup.
Yeah.
And he's like, that was another thing that annoyed me. And he has to feed all the kids too. And he's like, well, this little kid doesn't know how to use a fucking spoon or what? He's just like,
yeah, it's just leaking everywhere.
It's way more getting on their face and off of the spoon than in their mouths.
Yeah.
And he's just feeding them chicken noodle soup, all the kids. Like that's going to sustain them, just this little bit of soup while they stand there forever.
I do like the little comedic thing where I think the very first time he grabs the soup, he's trying to use a can opener and he can't.
Yeah, and he's never used one.
And then he goes back to the store because he keeps telling you're going to keep going back to the store and buying more. And we get kind of a montage of him doing all these things.
Yeah.
And the first time he's at the store, he's looking at the soup and he finds one that has the fucking
the pull tab. Oh yeah, and so I like that they don't hold your hand and fucking try to explain absolutely everything and how she can do this and why she's doing this and her motivations. Like a lot of movies nowadays don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Through forced exposition. It's just it's totally for the audience. It doesn't make sense in the world of the film. And they don't do that at all. They hint, you get the idea that somehow, because she looks like shit when she first arrives, and then after a couple days in this scenario and hanging out with him, she's looking way healthier and younger. And we get the idea that she's somehow stealing like the life force from these people she has. And then she's like, your mom and dad aren't enough. I thought they would help me feel better, but I'm not feeling better. It's not fast enough. We need more people. And she's like, I want you to go to school and collect one item from every classmate you have. And he doesn't really know why he's doing this.
Yeah.
And then leaves like gym one day and goes back to the classroom when no one's in it, and he's looking around and they all have their little cubby spaces with their name tag that they all drew, and so he just takes all the name tags.
Genius.
And yeah, right.
Because I think there's an established shot. He's sitting in his desk and he's looking at another. He sees like a little squishy thing. Looks at another person. And he's like, "How the fuck am I gonna get all of these things?" And then
steal all these things. Yeah. Paper, small, light. No one's gonna notice it for a minute. Then the teacher comes in. What's going on? You've been really quiet lately. And he's like, no, I'm fine. And he's just very strange to her. And he comes home and brings her all the name tags, right?
Yeah, he drops them off. He goes to her room and the door's shut.
Puts them under the door
or something. Yeah, under the door. And then he wakes up in the middle of the night at 2:15, and then 2:15 in the morning, and he goes downstairs and sees her fucking around with shit in the kitchen.
The old bowl of water.
Yeah.
Doing something with all the things, and then I don't know. She has a dish. I don't know. Sometimes it's a bell, sometimes it's a stick. I don't fucking know what it was in this exact time. Maybe a bell. She rings it and then opens the front door and just stands there. And it's a really long shot, and I'm struggling because I'm like trying. Okay, a kid's gonna come running up any minute. I'm looking. I'm like, damn, where are they? Am I not seeing them? And then finally, start coming around the corner, like just going in the door, like.
Yeah. So badass.
Yeah, and
I love there's no significance to it, because in the opening there's such a mystery to it. Like, why 2:7? There's no. It's just when she did it. There's no.
Yeah, right.
To it. Like, that's kind of awesome.
Yeah, and then they're in the basement. He's feeding everybody, and goes into like her telling him, "Okay, tomorrow the police are gonna come search this house, and we have to be ready." And they have to clean up and hide the kids. I don't know where they hid the kids because she's like, they obviously weren't in the house, but I don't know where you'd keep 17 kids
Yeah,
standing.
there's a scene where she does another spell and gets them to move, but I don't think they actually show where they you just see them running out of the house. I don't think you actually see where they're going. Not that I can recall.
Yeah, and then we kind of go back. I think that's pretty much it for his personal story.
Yeah, I think he comes home one day. He's just dealing with this awful situation, and he comes home and he sees the officer, Paul, and the junkie just standing in the living room, and he's like, "What the fuck?" And he's kind of scared. And then Gladys shows up, I think, at the top of the stairs. She's like, "Pack your shit, honey, because tomorrow morning we're leaving. Pack your shit." And he's like, "Okay." And he goes upstairs and he looks out the window and he sees Brolin's truck kind of parked a block away. And then I think at this point we now cut back
Jump
to
back to them.
Brolin and the
But
teacher.
then there was also, for some reason, now there's like salt lines.
Oh yeah,
in
she's
the
like, "Don't
house.
step over the salt." Yeah, I forgot
Don't
about
step over that salt. And I don't understand what that is about. All of a sudden she needs that because
Yeah.
before she was fine without it. And they don't explain why they're leaving or where they're going to go or if these people are going to go with them. Like they don't tell you any of that. Brolin and the teacher are outside. And they see the cop car. They're like, "Oh, the cops are here. That's good, right? What does that mean? What does that mean?"
Yeah.
And then they're there for a while, just watching. And what makes them?
The door
opens.
opens and Paul comes out and she's like, "Paul?" And he's like, "You know that officer?" And she's like, "Yeah." And he does the most lazy, half-assed, like, "Come here, come in" kind of gesture, and then he like slowly turns around and goes back into the house, and they like look at each other like, "Okay," and that's what gets them in there because they see Paul come out and wave him in.
Yeah, then they go in, and I think they're immediately being attacked by Paul and the crackhead. Paul's attacking her. Crackhead is attacking Brolin, which isn't going well for the crackhead because he's so small.
Yeah.
But he's just relentless because he's now this mindless weapon. So he's like, "God, this little weirdo."
Yeah, so good.
Throwing him
Weirdo.
around, but he keeps going. And Paul's really working on her though and choking her and shit, and she's pleading with him and saying shit, and then finally, like, she reaches for his gun.
Yeah, a skin peeler too. I think she peels.
Oh
up
yeah,
the
she gets
skin. Oof.
that like the apple peeler kind of
Yeah.
thing, and then takes one big gash out of like his sideburn area, and he's just like, and she's like, "Oh God, I like that." And then she does like two more,
Yeah.
and then he's showing no emotion or pain from it, and then she does like way too many. And I'm like, yeah, peel him.
It's not working.
Peel him. I said that in the movie. I was like, peel him. And she's like, "Okay, this isn't hurting him." Gets his gun, puts it to his neck, shoots him through his neck. No, I think it was just like a side neck. And then it was like kind of, you could hear gushing blood curdling, like starting to leak, and he's just still going. And then she finally, cracks him one right in the temple, and that stops him.
Yeah.
And she's, very disturbed by this. She had to kill her former lover or boyfriend.
Yeah.
And, then she goes, and Brolin's kind of getting worked on by the crackhead on top of him, and she blows his head off.
Yeah, inside the stairwell to the basement. Because I think at this point, during the scuffle with the junkie at the top of the stairs, his head's getting pushed because of the junkie, and he sees that the kids are underneath there. So he's like, A, he's finding out that all these were the kids are, and B, he's like getting pummeled by this guy. And then in that scuffle, she comes up and shoots the junkie in the back of the head.
Yeah, and then I think they go down there, or he does at least after that.
She, I think, wants to know where Alex is, if I remember right. Because I think even while this is happening, Alex is upstairs, and he doesn't know about the salt, other than, I guess, her telling don't cross the salt. But his parents are like right out front of
like guarding her room.
Yeah, like guarding it, and he crosses.
And I don't know why he does that.
Yeah, I don't know either. It doesn't
like he just steps over it casually and taps his toe on the other side, and
and they run after him,
and he's like, "Oh fuck!" Like, why'd you do that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
And that also happened with Brolin, like that. That's how they got attacked. I remember because there was a
yeah,
salt
because they don't
line,
get attacked
and
right
he
away.
was like,
He's like,
"No,
don't get the
careful!"
salt.
Like he
Yeah,
found out about the salt. Like how would you
yeah.
know? Anyway, so he's getting chased upstairs by the parents, and they're doing some shining shit, breaking through doors. He's constantly like going into different rooms and shutting doors, and they're chasing him. And
And he grabs one specific stick from the tree before because I think he's in like the room, and they're like crashing through, and he like looks over at the little tree that Gladys has with all the little vines, and he grabs one little stick, and he runs to the bathroom and shuts the door, and then the parents kind of come, and then when do Brolin is now in the basement looking for his kid. He has a little cell phone. Like, where is he? Going kid by kid, and then a pretty humorous reveal. He's like going through one, going to the next, and then you get Gladys. She's all haggard, down there, all creeped, and she jumps out at him. That was
yeah, then yeah, why was she down there, and why is she so creepy? I thought she was getting better. She's got a large group of people to suck life force from now. You think she would be pretty good? Like he would, like she's a beautiful woman now, like super young looking. But no, it wasn't the case.
So then she kind of controls Brolin now, because now Brolin goes back upstairs and attacks Justine. Yeah,
oh
chokes her.
yeah. Yeah, he's working on her, and the boy snaps a stick up there, and then all of a sudden, it doesn't stop his parents, which you kind of think that's kind of what's going to happen.
Yeah,
like they're going to turn their attention to the old lady, but it's not. All the kids kind of just, and she feels it somehow in her witchiness.
Like, what?
Like, oh no!
And you hear the I love that reveal, because you look at the door and it's just you hear the rumbling, kind of like, yeah.
Yeah, and so she fucking runs out the house. Oh no! And then it's all the kids, like jumping through windows and shit.
So good.
And then doing the Naruto run, chasing her, and I think this is made to be played comically, because that's how it came across in my theater. Everyone was laughing. We would show that her like running past two homes,
and then the kids follow.
And then a bunch of like people are like, a guy's mowing his lawn. He's like, huh?
Yeah.
And then she like runs through a house. Hey, what are you doing? And then all the kids
just
through the front patio and out the back.
It's like a fucking Jumanji rampage. It's like,
yeah, and all this shit. And then they finally like catch her in like a grass open area and just start mauling her, kicking her, punching her, scratching her, poking her eyes. Some of the kids are biting her face off, and they're all just grabbing and grabbing. And then this is one of the most brutal ones, where they rip like her head off from her top jaw. They're just like ripping her, and then fucking there's an arm laying over there and shit. And she's like, ah. And then when she dies, it kind of stopped. Everyone was released. Like Brolin, now he's released.
Yeah.
But it didn't release the kids, from what it seems. Like they went, maybe because they were in it longer.
Yeah,
I guess the parents too were in it longer, and they weren't kind of
kids. Yeah,
but they make you think the parents are normal again, because they show them like Alex hugging with them on the ground.
Yeah,
but it's not quite the case. And then Brolin kind of chases the crazy trail of mayhem to find his son, and he walks through that person's house, and I thought it was pretty funny when the wife was like, oh my god, there's a man in here. Yeah. And then he finds the fucking mutilated corpse of her and all the kids standing there, and he grabs his son and leaves. And then we get like some exposition outro again, so no one will ever know about what happened. And the kids were set free, and they're doing okay. One of them even started to speak again, and so it's like they're all fucked up. Yeah. And then it goes back to Alex's parents were free, but Alex doesn't live with them anymore. He lives in a home with a new family, because his parents aren't normal anymore.
Sounds like they're in a mental institution, because she says something like, they will still get fed soup, but not by Alex. So it sounds like they're in a mental institution or something, some sort of hospital.
It's a super sad ending for him.
Yeah,
like you think his parents are coming back. Nope, he's still has nobody, and they're locked up. And the kids, you think they're all but no, they don't even speak. They're like, so really no good outcomes. And then the poor, cop and crackhead are
Yep,
dead.
they're dead.
And
Marcus
Marcus.
and his husband. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's just kind of how it ends. Not a happy ending by any
Yeah.
means.
Very
I
abrupt
mean,
too. I don't think I love the ending because
yeah.
it literally ends with, and some of them will speak again, and then it just literally cuts to the title card. I'm like, oh, okay, that's how we're doing it. All right.
Yeah, so that was it. I really enjoyed it. It was a great like thriller movie, like mystery movie. Not so much a horror movie like I expected, but more of just like a thriller mystery. Like I said, I love that they didn't beat you over the head with, and every movie they're gonna establish what her witch powers are and what the rules
Yeah.
are, and they didn't
Yeah.
do none of that, and I loved it. Like fuck it, we don't need that. Um, and I loved the chopped up storylines, how you get more of the story as you go and through the different perspectives
Yeah.
and
Remind
kind
me
of
of Pulp Fiction
change.
a lot. Pulp Fiction kind of did the same kind of
Yeah,
structure. Yeah.
kind of changes how you feel about certain characters when you see their motivations through their own eyes or other things like that. And I thought Brolin was great. I thought the teacher was pretty good. Everybody in this was pretty good. The lady was great. Like,
Yeah. She's fantastic.
so loved all that. Definitely not what I expected going into it. It was
Yeah.
very, which is cool, to get a nice surprise and still like it. Um, it got pretty slow during some parts, but it was so you're craving more info about what's going on, so you're so engaged. It's okay that it slows down because you're like you really want that next little tidbit of information you don't have yet, so you're totally on this ride trying to fill in the gaps and the mysteries. Uh, yeah, I just thought it was really fun and interesting and different. I can't wait for Resident Evil if this guy's doing it, and yeah, I thought it was freaking great. I thought it was going to be good from the preview. I mean, I saw
Yeah.
the preview and
Yeah.
was like, oh, I'm going to see that. That looks
Yeah. Yeah.
dope. And then it surprised me and maybe was even a little better than I thought it was going to be because I had these surprises. And
Yeah.
it wasn't exactly what I thought it was going to be. For me, this was fucking awesome. And it was a 8.4.
Nice. Yeah. Going in today with a 9. I echo everything you just said. I was not expecting. I mean, I think the biggest surprise is the structure of the movie. That I thought it was going to be a Brolin, Julia Garner movie because that's the way the trailer is. But the fact that we get 4 more characters and the way it's structured, I was like, this is fucking. And it just makes it for an entertaining watch because it's like, and all the chapters kind of end with a piece of information that kind of leads you into the next chapter, so it keeps you kind of engrossed. Um, by far, in my opinion, the best chapter of this movie is the Junkies. I think the Junkies chapter is so entertaining, and I think it's genius that he's the one that finds out where the kids are because you're not expecting that reveal to happen in his chapter, and it just so happenstance, and he's the one that doesn't give a flying fuck about these kids. He leaves the house. He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
It's all I don't know. His whole chapter
And
is
he only
fantastic.
thinks about it later when seeing a
Yeah.
poster with money on it. Like it was not on his mind at all, the
Yep.
basement of children.
So it's genius. So yeah, his chapter is really really. I mean, that chapter alone is worth the price of admission as far as I'm concerned. And yeah, I think it's. I know. I guess the comedy was unexpected. Like based on this trailer, I didn't think this was going to have comedic moments, but I was laughing multiple times throughout this
Yeah.
movie. He did the same thing with Barbarian too, but I was not expecting so much comedy moments. Yeah, acting was great. The pacing was great. To be honest, I thought the reveal was pretty awesome. I was kind of worried that like how the fuck you gonna like you have the most interesting like captivating story for or intro and mystery to a movie. Like how the fuck are you gonna wrap this all up? And I thought it was pretty satisfying as far as I'm concerned. I bought into it. I thought it was pretty fun. Yeah, I thought this might be my favorite movie that came out this summer. And I never would have thought that with a movie with Superman, Fantastic Four, a Mission Impossible, my favorite franchise. But I do think this is the most fun I've had watching a movie this entire summer. It had me gripped from the moment it started to the very end. Yeah, Great movie. 9 for me.
Right on. Yeah, I think it might be the best movie I've seen this year. Maybe Sinners is probably
Yeah,
up there,
Sinners is up there with Sinners for sure.
but these two definitely. And then another little thing at the theater. There was this lady. Like I told you off camera, there's a bunch of strange people that came to this movie, like children and groups of people that I just did not expect to see in this rated R kind of movie. And there was this lady who came alone, and she had like a metal water bottle. It made a lot of noise. That's why I remember it. And I'm thinking, oh, that's weird, bringing a metal water bottle into the movie. I think she was drinking. That's what was happening. I heard her talking during parts of the movie, and she was alone, just talking to random people up there and saying things. And I was like, God, lady, shut up. And then the movie's over, and we come out, and we're pretty close to her. I think she's right behind us walking out, and there's people at the door, like workers, and they're like, how was the movie? And I was like, it was pretty good. Strange. It was fun. And then she was like, it was good. It was a true story, so I liked it. And we're like, okay, lady. She's like, no. And then she's like, starts talking to the movie people like, this is a true story. You don't know that this kind of witchcraft happens across America every day? And I heard that and I laughed. And she's like, what are you laughing at? Look it up. It's true. And I was like, I got better things to do with my time, lady, than to look up that dumb shit.
Oh, my God.
Got all pissed that I said that. And I was like, yeah, you go ahead and look it up. I'll enjoy my life. See ya. And she was like, it was weird. And we're walking out, and I was like, God, everyone in that movie theater was like they were from this movie. And then this lady, that lady was totally a witch who said that shit at the end. And she felt attacked by this movie, and I was like, God, I just felt creepy for the next like hour after the movie. Like everything I saw, people I saw doing things, I was like, God, why is there... These people are possessed or taken over by somebody, because this is just weird as shit. I was like, that lady was straight out of this movie. Anyways. Fun little time.
That's funny you say that, because when I went and saw it a second time, I didn't catch this the first time, but the movie opens with a black slug, and there's a voiceover for a while, probably like 30 to 40 seconds before you even get an image. You just hear the voice, and in the beginning she says, "This is a true story of an incident that happened in my town." And I thought last night while I was watching it, because I kind of missed that the first part. I was like, I wonder how many fucking dumbasses probably think this is a story. Yeah, here we are.
You know, it's funny. These people are like, well, they can't say that if it's not true. No, they can. They can say whatever they want. They can say it's true.
That's good shit.
Yeah, so a 9 and an 8.4. Great movie, man. Go check it out. Very strange and different and fun. Great time. Thanks for joining us. As always, we're here on YouTube. You can like and subscribe and comment and hang out. We're also on Spotify and Apple Music, if that's how you choose to do your podcast, the audio way. We don't care how you do it, as long as you come hang out with us once in a while. We'd appreciate it. Couldn't do it without you. And until the next V's, peace out, everybody.
Peace.